So these are our beautiful One Small Town membership cards. They bring a smile to your face when you see one, right? And all it is on the back is just a number and a QR code. Once you have this membership card, once you become a member, you get a membership card. And then you contribute 3 hours a week towards your community. So there are 2 types of ways you can become a member. Right now, all of you here, can go online right now. It takes you 2 minutes to sign up, become a member. You may receive one of these if you want one, or you may not. Becoming a global member doesn't mean you now have to contribute 3 hours a week to anything. No. It's only when you find yourself in an active small town where we have decided together we're going to start doing things, then we put together our plan for our community and we start contributing our 3 hours towards either community upliftment programs or businesses that we want to start. And that's where these membership cards become very important, because this is like your membership credit card. And once you become a member, you then log into your membership account on our platform, and you can see all the different things you can do. You can check your digital wallet, check how many tokens you've earned, because once you've contributed 3 hours, it automatically puts an infinity token into your digital wallet, which sits in this card, connected to that QR code. No one can steal it. You can't lose it. If you lose your card, it doesn't matter. We'll issue you a new one. It's a non-fungible token. It's an NFT. There's a track record of it. It's in a blockchain. No one can crash the system. You can't devalue this like Bitcoin. Bitcoin can crash in the next 10 seconds. If I go and sell 10,000 or 1,000 of my Bitcoins for $1 each, it's the end of Bitcoin, because it'll completely crash the Bitcoin value. And then everyone gets spooked and everyone's going to sell. This is nothing like it. This is in our private membership platform. Only members can buy and hold tokens and share them with other members. You can send your tokens instantly and immediately, free of charge, out of sight, out of mind, to any other member immediately. All of this is up and running. It works. All connected to your membership card. So,
did you say yesterday that when you join, you get so many tokens?
Yes. So we have a special, and Julia and Michael will take you through that special offer that we have, and we'll be doing that for new members that want to join us. So every time you contribute 3 hours towards your community, whether it's working in the street, picking up rubbish, or working in the dairy or the bakery, or standing guard at, as a security guard overnight, or whatever it is that you do, every one of us, the only thing you have to commit to as a One Small Town member is to contribute 3 hours a week of your time. That's it. Then you're a compliant member, and you participate in the distribution of the food, the dividends from the profits from our businesses, and all the other benefits that come from being a member. And the benefits are just going to grow and grow and grow as we grow bigger and stronger, with more businesses, more profits, more food we grow, more services, whether it's health services or other services. So we... What is like what? Oh, no. So look, there is nothing like this really. So you as a member, it's very simple. First of all, you need to have an active small town. So to have an active small town, you need someone to put their hand up to say, hey, I want to start this in my town. How do I do that? So to do that, you first need to have an ambassador. Somebody, it's like the CEO. And I call it the CEO for want of a better word, because as the ambassador of One Small Town in your community, you're going to have to be responsible for all the different activities. Imagine we're going to start many businesses. In agriculture alone, we could start 100 different businesses. Agriculture is a huge industry. We could be growing all kinds of food. We could be packaging all kinds of value chain products from the food we grow. We could be distributing that. Each distribution is its own business. We could be exporting it. The export is a separate business. We could be cooking food and distributing cooked food or whatever. So we could be starting a laptop factory or a bicycle or a fridge factory in our town. You can start whatever business you want, but you got to come together as a community and say, what kind of businesses do we think we can start in our town? What are the low-hanging fruits? What can we start quickly? What can we get the quickest turnaround? and some of the bigger ideas that we might need 200 million pounds for. Maybe we want to start a brewery or a distillery and create a range of whole new bloody whiskies or gins or whatever, or beer. So it's up to you as the community. But all of this gets done on the One Small Town platform. This is really important. Without the platform, it's just chaos. People do whatever they want. There's no accountability. How much profit is being made? Where's the business plan? Who manages this? How does this work? Like, how is the profits distributed? How do the members know how much profit was made? Do the members think they're being ripped off? So keep in mind that your 3 hours, just imagine a town of 10,000 people. If we sign up 1,000 members, which is 10%, I believe that's totally possible. But to make it a success, we only need the critical mass of people. And critical mass is an interesting statistical model. And a lot of studies have been done on this. And critical mass is a much smaller number than most people realize. And I was shocked many years ago when I saw Greg Braden do the science and the maths behind this, and he showed that critical mass is only about 3.3%. And you go, wow, are you serious? So out of 100 people, 33 or 34, 4 people start something, and the rest of the 100 people will follow them. That's pretty much how it works. So out of a town of 10,000 people, if 34 people or 40 people start doing something, you know you're going to succeed if you do it properly. This is a really interesting statistic. So I'm just sharing this with you to know, if you think, well, how is it going to work? We'll never sign up the majority of the people. You don't have to sign up even close to the majority. There is nothing more inspiring than seeing a group of people with the same little lovely colorful t-shirt that has got this big logo on the chest or on the back. As you drive into a town and you suddenly see 20 or 30 people or 10 people just in the street with their t-shirt doing things, cleaning the street or planting trees or fixing the intersections at the traffic lights with flowers or doing something or taking elderly people to shop or whatever, anything. You know, if you see people doing something together, you get inspired. You go, who are these people? Why are they doing this? Who are you? Where are you from? Why are you doing this? Oh, we're from one small town. We're cleaning our town. Oh, and how often do you do this? Oh, we do this once a week or every day or whenever we choose to. Oh, and then you suddenly go, wow, how can I join you? I know I've had this experience when I drive into towns and I see people do this. I go, wow, I love this. I love this town. People are helping themselves. They're doing things for themselves. That's all you need. So never underestimate the power of a small group of people and the influence on the rest of the community.
You were talking of a Cinderella project.
Yes.
Is there a target town for OST in Britain? Because I think
Good question.
With a strong agricultural background would be a benefit. Also,
Yes.
youth services, mental health services.
Yeah. You're spot on. Yeah.
Use all of those to your advantage.
Yeah. Spot on. If you didn't hear that, yesterday, and I talk more and more now about what we call the Cinderella One Small Town, which will be our first model One Small Town. So I call it the Cinderella One Small Town. I believe we're going to find one in South Africa very soon. We're looking at some of the towns in the Karoo or in the Northern Cape, the isolated towns that are far from everybody else. Those are perfect, candidates for something like that, where the people have to work together. It's really to their benefit to do that. So in England or the UK, we don't have such a town yet, but I'm going to let Julia and Michael and whoever else is on their team of brainstorming and think tank to come up, well, which is the best suited town in England to do this? And hopefully we'll find such a town and then put our energy in there. However, we've come up with a slightly different strategy for the UK and for England to launch without having to go the whole hog of the one small town where you need an ambassador, where you need the team of project managers, business planners. Well, the politics is not as bad because it's really, we're building businesses, but we need to structure it. So that's why I said the CEO kind of person who knows how to... Yeah, but so we don't need to go that route. In England, we have a different strategy, and that's by setting up the One Small Town store or hub. And we've got, yeah, we've got a business model for that shows very good returns, and that, you know, a business plan that shows returns is attractive to investors. And that's how we launched One Small Town here, because it implements and brings the One Small Town principles, a trading store, a little cafe, then makes a profit. It creates a local community hub where members can come and get fresh farm produce every day. And it brings farmers to bring their produce there, and so much more. It has got infinite potential to bring the community and the community activity together.
Work from his local produce area, it's still
Yeah.
manages to work some way between them, selling all that stuff and making it.
So the Cinderella One Small Town is really our target. The platform was absolutely necessary. One of our biggest lessons was I have to take the blame for it because it's my responsibility, and I'm too hasty, and I wanted to make this a success. So I was, so excited. Somebody emails you and say, I want to be ambassador in Italy, and I want to be ambassador in Brazil, and I want to be ambassador in Ireland and Wales and here in America and there. And so, oh, great. And so I have a Zoom call with them. They sound like a good guy and a good gal. Wonderful, great. You're the ambassador. And then they go, right, what do I do now?
It's up to you.
And I go, okay, well, you got to come up with a plan for your town. Okay, but what should I do? And I go, well, you got to come up with a plan for your town. Okay, what should I do? It's like, all right, well, that's not quite going the way I thought it would. Did you read our website? Did you understand what you have to do as the ambassador? No, I didn't. Oh, okay. So that backfired really badly. So we appointed a whole bunch of ambassadors only to find out that they had no idea what they wanted to do. They love the idea so much. They want to do it. They mean well, but it's unfair of me, and it's completely unfair to them to expect them to know what's taken me 20 years to learn from seriously hardcore experiences, to now suddenly implement all that in their town. So we've had to pull right back. Literally, we've shut down all the ambassadors except here in the UK, in England, and in the USA. But unfortunately, as I said, our American ambassador had to resign because of health issues in her family, not her personal, but in her family. She was fantastic, but we'll reinvigorate that, relaunch that. But right now we're focusing on England and the UK, because we got two fantastic ambassadors here, and we got a growing audience and people that realize they have to do something. And keep in mind that this is not up to me. It's not my project. It's your project. It's the people in the towns. It's your project. We've spent all these years putting the mechanisms and the systems together so it makes it easy for the people in the towns to launch it successfully, because there have been many attempts that have been launched and they've all ended in failure. Not One Small Town attempts, intentional community attempts. Every intentional community around the world you can imagine has failed. And the successful ones, like the kibbutzes in Israel, they failed. They were successful for about 40 years or maybe even longer, but eventually they failed. The successful so-called intentional communities like Damanhur and the one in Scotland and Esselen in California, and there were others, they're a disaster. They're great on paper, but they've done nothing to show the world how to create successful, intentional, or sustained communities of prosperity and abundance that last forever. They don't have the models, and they can never do it unless you have a blockchain and a platform that manages all of this. We've taken all these years to learn and realize that without a blockchain and a platform to manage things, it's simply impossible. So with that blockchain have come the absolute benefits of our digital wallet, the Infinity token, which is our reward system. It is an asset-backed community reward system, unlike anything else. It's the most stable and the most powerful cryptocurrency NFT type thing. But it's private, no one can crash it. It's not traded in open stock exchanges, open stock markets, so no one can speculate on it. It's there to serve our members in our community. If you have any questions about it, we can come back and answer that. But let's just finish this sort of thought process to reach the conclusion that we can go into Q&A. So right now we've developed, with the raising of our funds through the Infinity token, we've issued 24 million Infinity tokens as seed capital to help fund our office. the money that comes in from selling those tokens is helping to fund our office and helping to fund to manufacture the technology that then gets used to help launch small towns around the world and launch head offices or offices in the UK, in the USA, to help fund those offices. And that's now reached a maturity. So we are now at a stage where we finished building our first 24 million Infinity tokens. When those are sold, then that's it. Then we don't have any more tokens to sell. So we trust that by then we'll have enough businesses and income from the One Small Town businesses that are making successful profit that will help fund the One Small Town head office. So it literally is a bottom-up approach. If the businesses aren't successful, community businesses aren't successful, then there's no money to fund the head office. That means we can't exist. So it's not a top-down pyramid, it's a bottom-up pyramid where the success of the people help fund the office that helps to manage the platform and so forth. So it's very transparent. Everything we do is transparent. Every member of every small town can log into their small town, your membership, and see all the businesses that you as a community have set up. You can see exactly how the business is doing, what the turnover is, how much profit is being made, how many dividends are being, how much corn we've grown, how many streets we've cleaned, how we fixed the pool, everything. It's all there on the platform. So every member has got access to all this information all the time. So nothing is hidden from anyone. And that gives investors confidence. So an investor can invest into, say, a brewery in your town and give you £200 million if that's what you need, because they like the business plan. They go, I like this. The ROI, the return on investment, looks good. I'm happy to part with £200 million because I'm going to make, a 5% return on this, which is a good return in the investment world, or whatever it is. And then they can put the money in, and they can follow exactly where their money is. They can see it's connected to a business plan, it's connected to a project management plan, which is connected to the bank account, which is connected to releasing the amount of funds to that management team that runs that project, which is connected to the business plan, which is connected to the project management. So you can see that it's running the way it's supposed to run. The biggest problem, and I'm sure you have that here in England, we have in South Africa, is that there's a lot of money and funding available, but the funders and the investors have gone cold because they're very nervous about where to put the money. Who do I give the money to? Where does it go? And eventually, when they are convinced to fund something, it goes into some dubious account, into some city council account or town council or mayor's account or some council's account, and then what? A year later, they come back and say, how's our project doing? Say, hey, the money is gone. It's time and time again. It's the same bloody story over and over again. And the investors have just said, sorry, we're not funding any more of these small towns. And it's terrible. So our platform and our blockchain gives investors the confidence to invest into your businesses that you will start. They're not my businesses, your businesses, or the people's businesses in the small towns. So we now have a plan, and the reason I came here is to work with Julia and Michael to share the plan for the One Small Town hub or store in the UK. There's a wonderful business plan. It includes a One Small Town trading store and a cafe, and as I said, health treatment component to it. Fresh farm produce, we interact with the farmers, so we've got a constant daily produce. We can have a bakery component. We can have anything you can imagine. We can have this morning we had a meeting about fashion, young fashion designers. We might have space for local fashion designers to come display their fashion. So anything that's generated by a community. It is a great place for home industry, where the ladies and guys or whoever is making jams and things at home, and they don't know where to sell it. Then they go and try and sell it at the markets, and then they don't sell it. And so now you can bring it to your local One Small Town store, and they will take it, and they will give you Infinity tokens.